Hello, everybody. Welcome to Monday Mentor with Jen. I'm Jen Whitmer, and I help teams and leaders solve conflict and personality clashes. And today's Monday Mentor is truly a delight of a person. I'm so excited that I actually know her in real life person. We get together about once a month with a women's leadership group, a women's business group here in St. Louis. And Kara is a financial planner and a mom and just a lovely human being. So welcome, Kara.
Hi, Jen. Thank you so
Hi.
much.
So glad that you're here today.
Thank you.
So today we're going to dig in a little bit about what does it mean to be a financial planner and a leader when you're leading clients. But before we do that, I would love for you to introduce yourself to the people.
Awesome. Well, I am Kara Brockmeier. As Jen said, I'm a certified financial planner. And basically, what that means is that I help people plan really for every sort of stage of their life. And a lot of it relates to their money. So, money can be intimidating. I try to make it less intimidating. I try to make it fun for people. And really, that's what I do.
Yeah. Can you see why Kara and I like each other? She said she tries to make something fun. So always right up my alley when we're trying to make things fun. So one of the things I love about your story is that you spent a long time helping other people grow their businesses until you decided, hey, I think I can do this on my own. And I think a lot of people start out as associates, they have these entry level things and they're like, wait, how do I grow? How do I do something different? Can you just talk a little bit about that journey and how you got to where you are today?
Yeah. So my journey is a little bit different than a lot of my peers. And I really got started here getting coffee for clients, upfront scanning things. And then I grew to manage a team. And then from there, I grew to, really help advisors grow their business. I did a lot of their compliance, a lot of their support. And I really love interacting with people and helping them, whether it's, help them grow their business or transition out of the business. And I really got to see, it was unique because I really got to see how each advisor or team of advisors ran their business and how they worked with clients. And you think, all financial advisors or financial planners are the same and they all kind of do the same thing. It's really not true. Within our group, advisors work differently with their clients. And um, I got to see that it wasn't just one way to work with somebody. Like it's just not like, oh, some advisors really like to focus on performance, and some advisors really like to focus on, goals and things like that. And so, I guess that was my journey of kind of evolving throughout working with different advisors and meeting clients, and years and years of that. Yeah. So that's a little
That's
bit
how you
about
got there. So
yeah.
when you look back at that journey and you're watching, I mean, I hear that, like I started out literally getting coffee, which is a big service, by the way. Um,
No
in
job is too small.
no job is too small. And that's kind of what I'm hearing in your story is like I did the job in front of me well, but I also hear that you were kind of observing other people at the same time. Like that skill of I'm doing what's right in front of me right now prepares you for the next thing. How did you
Yeah.
decide to take that leap? Like, how did you know, okay, I'm going to move from helping these advisors to becoming one myself?
So it really was a growth journey. So, I started off in this industry at age 22, fresh out of college, didn't really know what I wanted to do. I had some experience in this industry and internships in college. Um, so I really got to see the whole picture and figure out like what it is that people need. People want people to listen. They want people to really truly care. And that is the type of person I am. I love listening to other people. I love hearing their stories. I love helping, and I really care about people. And it had me thinking, as it, I grew of like, hey, what's next? What is the next? I had two kids, so I have a 5-year-old and an almost 3-year-old, and I really wanted to say, okay, well, what's next for me and for my family? And do I want to be helping advisors this whole time, or do I actually want to be making an impact in people's lives, which I was doing before, it's just a different way.
Yeah.
And so it was, conversations with another team under our, umbrella, and I really got to see how they ran their business, and it really resonated with me. So it was very like goals based on how we help our clients, how I help clients now. And that kind of helped me transition into my current role of I really want to be client facing. I got to sit in on client meetings, and I'm like, this is what I really want to do. I can see myself doing this the next 10, 20, 30 years, and really just growing with my clients, helping them through tough times, helping them through retirement, helping them through, sending their kids to school, just everything in life. And I'm just a planner at heart. Like I love planning vacations. Like I am a checklist person. And, in my journey, I've actually been told like, you're not good at this, or you're not going to be good at it. And I think that even drove me a little bit more to want to help people, because I'm like, yes, I am. I'm good at this. I really had to listen to that inner voice and not what other people think of me. Other people's opinions don't matter. And they do to a certain extent, but in my journey of what I want to do in life, like it kind of drove me to say, I can do this and I can be really good at it. And I'm a certified financial planner. There's about like 92,000 certified financial planners out there, and only 22,000 are women. And I think women are really good in this industry, and it's been hard for them because this job can be challenging with certain hours, and raising, if you want to raise a family, and having that extra support from other family members or a partner or spouse or whatever. But I've been really lucky to be with a group that really supports that and supports the lifestyle and wants to help me. So
there were so many things. I don't know if you realized that you just dropped some really great golden nuggets, even in just telling your story. So I'm just going to kind of pull some out and underline them. I mean, one of them was you tried it. You sat in with clients and you're like, there was this resonance within you, like, I can do this. I enjoy this. And I think sometimes we ignore that, like, oh, that's just fun and I can't do that as a career. But rather than ignore that, you really listened. And I'm going to lean into this thing that lights me up. And that is a really good way to start determining your path. Like everybody, when we're starting, it feels like this is the trajectory, but really it's like a web of different opportunities for you. And when
many different opportunities,
when you find that thing that just makes you go, oh, I want to do that, lean into that, figure out how you start doing more. And then the second thing you said that I think is applicable to every leader across the place.
We're still drinking our coffee.
Well, I know, across the board. There we go. That's the right word. Across the board is that you do have to tune into what's right for you. Not that you completely ignore other people, but my goodness, I kind of want to beat up on some people that said you're not good at this, because you clearly are so good at that. And to tune in and say, what is actually true? What evidence do I have? And not let the story of somebody else live rent free in your head. And that's a really great leadership advancement tip that we have to work at a little bit. It's not simple, but it is worthwhile. Like, what is the thing that lights me up, and that I can do this, and determining that there is an inner voice that's telling you where to go.
And when that light really went off, I was pregnant with my daughter, who's almost 3 now. And, if you've experienced pregnancy, it's very emotional. You don't want to make a lot of
What are you talking about?
You don't want to make a lot of decisions when you're pregnant. And, I'm like, is it my emotions or what? But I really had, and there's so many amazing other financial planners, financial advisors in our area. And I have just gone to, so many different sorts of meetings and heard other women talk with very similar journeys of that self-doubt of, I can't do this, it could be a man's job or whatever. And, it takes other people's stories sometimes to kind of help move you along to say, you know what, I could be really good at this. And it also takes really great mentors in your life. And I've been very lucky to have, a really good one right now who believes in me and is like, keep going. If you're not failing, you're not trying. And, that's really been helpful in my journey.
Yeah. I mean, it's such a key thing. I mean, I talk a lot about having coaches, mentors, and sponsors. Like having those people in your life is really, really important. We don't do this alone. And I think sometimes as women, we think men do it alone, and they don't. They have all of those things too. And we just have this
Yep.
idea that we have to do it by ourselves. And really, we also need the coaches, mentors, sponsors, and a network of people that promote us, cheer us on. You know, that old adage of like, when you leave the table, are they saying great things about you? Will they bring your name up in places? Like, those kinds of people in your life are so valuable in any career. I think, but
Yes.
particularly when you're like, am I, you know, this 22,000 of 92,000, you know, of women, like you need some support around you. And I love that that was important in your story as well.
Yes, and just people going through it with you. I have another
Yeah.
colleague in Kansas City who's basically kind of taking the same journey. So being able to bounce ideas off other people is really powerful.
Absolutely. There's one thing I also wanted to pull out, another thing actually that I wanted to pull out of what you said was that people really love to be listened to. And I think that I'm going to venture to guess that's a little bit of a basic philosophy of yours. Like that's how you approach your clients. And so one of the reasons I really wanted to talk to you is because you lead people to make their own decisions. And I have a lot of people who are in our audience that, like me, like you, we're the leaders. We lead people, we give them our expertise, but we're not the ones who actually make the final decision. That's their work to do. So how do you manage that kind of push pull of, I'm the expert, I have the expertise, but I want you to make your own choices?
Um, so it's it's been something that I've learned throughout the years. So I went from managing a team of people, pretty young, managing people that were older than me, more tenured, and more experienced in life. And you think, oh, if I'm leading, I have to make people follow what I'm doing and do it my way. And I've really just learned over the years that like people can do it the way they want to do it. And
Mm.
it's really about their timing and being able to listen and provide support, and is a really powerful tool. So, as I'm working with clients now, I take them through a process in the initial meeting, and I basically lay out like this is what the process looks like of going through a financial plan. I do, some feedback, I implement things, and if you're not ready for it now, then maybe now's not the time. Maybe let's
Mm.
circle back in 6 months or in a year. So I really try to set the tone in from the start, because I want clients for life. I don't want to be transactional. I want my clients to be with me
Mm.
forever. I want to like see them through every money situation in their life, or whatever situation. It doesn't even have to involve money. But so it's really important to set the tone from the start, because and I let them know, like, we're gonna jointly establish these goals. Like, you might have a goal to buy a yacht, but you're not there yet. So I have to just make sure that to be able to get to the yacht, this is what you need to do. And I'm gonna help you do whatever it takes to help you get there. So it's really about listening and trying to do this together. Like, they're not
Mm.
alone. I'm with them. And that's kind of how I go about everything.
I think there's so much too to just your title of advisor. Like that's somebody who comes alongside. Like we're doing this together. And I think the key that you said was that you start at the beginning by saying, we're doing this together. I'm going to listen to you. You're really wanting to make sure that you're matching what they're wanting and doing, and
Yeah.
that establishing that up front rather than plop, here's what you're going to do and see you later. That doesn't
Yes,
work so well.
yeah, you hit the nail on the head. Yeah, exactly. And there's a tool that we use that's really good at showing people, okay, if you continue to make these decisions, this is what the outcome is going to potentially look like. And I think that is a very impactful tool that we have that helps people like see it. Like, you're not just telling me this, I
Mm.
can actually see it. And I'm not going to say like yes or no. I'm going to say this is what it's going to look like if you continue down this path, and this is what it'll look like if you continue down this other path. So,
I love that. And I think it so applies actually, even just as a metaphor in other leadership positions. So Brene Brown always says clear is kind. And so you're being really clear with people, but also what you're doing is another old phrase in all kinds of creative spaces, which is show, don't tell. And in leadership, Brene Brown says paint done. So paint done for me. And you're kind of painting that for people. What does done look like in all of these options? Here is here, here is here, here is here. And you're showing them what they get to choose. And I think that is also something we take into one-on-one meetings with reports. We take that into team meetings. Like, here are the options and what they look like. Now what's the choice, rather
Yeah,
than,
and we can adjust along the way. It's not
yes,
like, here, this is your thing set in stone. You have to do this forever and not spend any money. Like, no, we can adjust. There are going to be things that we're going to have to make adjustments and pivot, and that's very important.
yes. And it's so important too, because I mean, as you said at the beginning, money is part of, like, finances are part of everything that we're doing. And in
Yeah.
life, we make different choices. Like, things happen. Last summer, we had to replace way too many appliances in our house that that affected choices that we made. Things happen
Yeah.
in life, and employees leave. This tragedy happens, different things occur, like a global pandemic, and we have to
Yes.
make choices and adjustments. And that, I think some people see that as failure rather than adjust and edit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we just have to do that in life as leaders.
Intentional saving, mindful spending. Like, I
Oh,
want you to spend your money. This is what you work hard for. This is what you save for. Do fun things with it. But we also have to be a little more intentional about our savings if we're going to spend. So
yes, I love that. Intentional saving, mindful spending. Is that what you said?
spending, yeah, yeah. I heard someone say it, so I can't take credit for that.
That's all
But
right. That's fine.
it's something that's resonated with me, and I really. I think people think when they go to a planner or an advisor sometimes that they're just going to tell me to save. And no, I'm going
Mm,
to tell you, spend your money. Like, let's do things with it because you only live once.
yeah.
So let's have fun.
Let's have fun. See, again, let's have fun.
Yeah.
We like it. We like it. Okay, so I say this every week that I'm shocked that our time is up, but I truly am. I'm every time like, oh my gosh, it's over. So tell us
Yeah.
a little bit about how you help people. One of my favorite things that you do is over here. Kara has a YouTube channel that is 90 Seconds of Wisdom, and she really keeps it to 90 seconds. I'm always impressed. This week
I
was about
try.
college students having a graduating senior. I was happy to listen to that one. But tell us how you help people and where they can find you.
So I help people just, creating a financial plan. They can find me at, YouTube, Kara Brockmeier, 90 Seconds of Wisdom. Jen has my link to schedule a meeting. If you ever just want to, chat or whatever, I'd be happy just to talk over things with you. No cost, no charge, anything like that. But I also like to do these 90 Seconds of Wisdom because I think everybody can use a little nugget of, help every now and then. And I try to base them off questions that people ask me. So not just me coming up with, hey, this is what you should be doing. It's really people saying, hey, what about this? Like, should I consolidate all my 401ks? I move jobs. And, I just try to help people because some people might not be in a place to need me. And I want to be able to still make an impact on people's lives. So.
Mhm. I love that. I think the thread that I'm hearing, I always talk about the golden thread in people's lives when I'm helping people make choices, is that you really love to support people any way that you can. And
Yes.
so that they can change their life. And that is a true leadership skill. Like, my goal isn't to be the one in charge. My goal is to help everybody succeed, is how I like to view leadership. So I love
No,
that.
I love that. Yes.
So good.
Agree.
Well, thank you, Kara, for being here today. Everybody, check out Kara's 90 Seconds of Wisdom. You can find it here on YouTube. And we'll drop the link in the comments so you can make sure if you want to just talk to Kara, you can schedule some time with her. And she's got virtual appointments and in-person appointments if you're here in town. And just thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you so much, Jen. It's been fun.
It's been fun. Yay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.